What did your first deal look like?
Yeah, so first single family deal, it was, as I mentioned, we were initially in college. We were cold calling in our dorm rooms so after I first
What,
6 months,
okay, so you're talking about first single family deal right here, right?
right? Would you
Okay,
like me to talk
yeah.
about the first
Let's talk about
multifamily?
first single family deal and then first multifamily deal.
Oh, cool. So cold calling eventually led to a lead coming in. We were coming back from walking another property in single family. It was a property that was here locally where I live here in Durham. And we were driving back. The seller that we had called the week before with an offer, she rejected it at that point, but she called us back that day and let us know that she was willing to move forward, got that under contract. And then that was the first time of us getting anything under contract.
How'd you
So
feel
we
at
have
that moment?
it was good, but we didn't really like it was cool. But we never had actually done the next step. So we were like, okay, what do we do now? And that's where YouTube plays a huge role. Like YouTube was really we call it YouTube University. So we just looked up what to do next. Eventually we learned, you can show it to different buyers. Eventually found one, and that was the biggest deal that we did that entire year was the first one. So that was the first deal in single family. For multifamily, after joining Think Multifamily, that was in February of 2021. 6 months after we ended up closing on our first deal in the because of the group. So it was another sponsor in our mastermind group that found it, and we just provided value. We were a part of the marketing team on the front end, but really we had some connections that we can make and bring in some investors and also participate in some of the aspects of the asset management, more so by being a fly on the wall. But that was the first one. It was in Jacksonville, Florida. It was 138 units, and yeah, now we're about going into our second year of ownership, so maybe like a year and a few months.
Yep. I love it. So I want to point out something that's key there. I hear this all the time, and probably one of the biggest pet peeves to folks that are busy, successful entrepreneurs. I get it a lot. I know all the other ones get it a lot. Um, it's, hey, can I go take you to lunch and pick your brain, or can I go buy you coffee and pick your brain? And like the moment I hear that, I cringe because ultimately what it means is, hey, your time's only worth $12 or $6, but I want to go soak out all the knowledge from you over an hour and a half in exchange for that, which you're also going to spend time like traveling to and from, and
Right.
I'm really not going to provide any value in return. So um, what you did is you put yourself in a position to be with community, be with folks that are very successful. There was an opportunity that you didn't find, but you found a way to provide value to them.
Mhm.
So anyone listening to this, I want them to really take note of this. Like, don't don't do the, hey, can I pick your brain thing? Because usually what I tell folks, like if they say that, I would say, hey, bring me a deal. Like
Yeah.
bring me a deal. I'll let you know if I like it. If you want to sell it to me, cool. I'll let you know that. But even if you just bring me a deal and I don't like it, I'll let you know what I think. So
Right.
that's at least bringing some value. Um, that's what you did. And or if someone else has got a deal, which is what you did, how can you provide them value? How can you help them win? You'll be able to win too, guarantee you. Even if it's just knowledge and you're just
Yeah.
observing, or maybe in your case, where you get to participate a little bit. And
Right.
that's like you're getting to play the game and getting paid.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's awesome because there's just so many different ways to bring value that people don't necessarily think about. So just trying to see how you can get creative with it. Some people, they have money or time or just providing a service, things like that. But a lot of people that are more successful, I think they tend to be, in the nitty gritty of certain things. But if you're, let's say, young and you don't have a lot of money, you might be really good at social media or something like that, where you can offer that kind of service for free in exchange for just even having access. Or what I like to do is just lead with value, perhaps make a connection, and don't expect anything in return. And you're just now known as that person that can connect people. So I think your reputation is obviously big, and maybe one day that does come back. But regardless, leading with value is something that we've done, and it's really helped.
Yeah, yeah, and especially so being young. I mean, you've got time probably on your side.
Right.
Busy entrepreneurs, they're busy. And if like I'll say this, there was an operator who called me and was like, "Hey, there's this deal in Houston, which is where I live," and they were like, "Hey, can you go check it out? And if it works out, we'll let you in the deal." And I was like, "Sweet." So I went and checked it out. had, gave him my notes on the community and the area, took some pictures for him. That deal didn't work out, but those are ways you can create value. It's just find a way. What do they need that you can help them out with, and do it. And that's how you gain a little bit of leverage. Not that you expect anything, but guarantee if you do that consistently, good things will happen.